Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. In today's video I want to give you my first impressions, my thoughts on the new NATASHA DENONA ROXA palette, which is by the way already available for early access on the NATASHA DENONA website, and I have the link down below in the description box for you. I do also have a discount code for the NATASHA DENONA website. The code is PATTY15. For some reason at the moment I'm filming this video, that code isn't working on the new ROXA palette. Hopefully they fixed that, because up until right now the code has always worked on new releases. But anyways, the link if you're interested in getting the palette is down below in the description box, and the palette will be available at Sephora and Ulta on October the 19th, which is just a couple of days away. I am very excited about this palette because you guys know I have been asking for a purple palette. I started asking it from Pat McGrath, but we know NATASHA DENONA is the one who listens. I've been asking for a purple palette for so long, and we finally have a full-size midi purple palette from NATASHA DENONA. The shades are beautiful. I'm going to scoot over this way so I can put the pictures here. Take a look at this beautiful color story right here. And I'm also very excited because the palette actually has new formulas. Not only does it have beautiful duochrome shades, but I'm pretty sure, and we'll confirm this as I go through everything that I want to tell you about, I'm pretty sure every single one of the matte shades is a new formula she's calling Silky Matte. From what I was reading, again we'll confirm in a second, it's something about purple matte shades being difficult to do, so she had to come up with a whole new formula in order for these purple shades to be pigmented and blendable and have no fallout. So very excited about this palette, and the color story. Is it the purple palette of my dreams? We'll see once I try it. Everything so far looks very beautiful. Take a look right here at the stunning swatches on 3 different complexions. I would say some of the purples in this one are exactly what I would hope for from a purple palette, and then some others I don't think I'm going to like as much. By some others I mainly mean the color Orchid. The color Orchid is just not a color that I think I would like for myself. Sometimes color like those, kind of like what I'm wearing today, make me look a little bruisey, as you can see. I'm wearing the new Pat McGrath Quint, by the way. That video will be coming soon. But besides the shade Orchid and maybe Cerise, not sure about that one. Everything else though looks a 10 out of 10 for me. The swatches look incredible. I'm pretty sure the shade Stargirl is a multi-chrome shade. We also have the beautiful sparkly formulas in this palette that make your eyelid look wet, which I absolutely love. Let's see what it says on the NATASHA website about this palette. It says, introducing the ROXA eyeshadow palette, NATASHA's newest purple 15 shade constellation featuring the most vibrant, bold, rich violet and fuchsia hues. Her dedication to quality has transformed commonly tricky to use dry purple pigments to a new, luxurious, never before seen standard with the new Silky Matte formula debuted in this palette. When I tell you, I cannot wait to try this new formula. The palette is a midi-size palette from NATASHA, so it retails for $69. Okay, so let's go through every single shade and the formulas of the shades. I'm going to switch the picture to this one here because we're going in this order from top to bottom, and then the middle, and then the right. Okay, so the shade Sweet Pea at the top is a silky matte light medium warm lilac shade that is going to be perfection as a transition shade or for a soft light crease look. Definitely going to like that one. Then we have the shade Concord, which is a sparkling foiled medium violet. The shade Velour is another one of the silky mattes, and it is a medium lilac shade. Brink is a sparkling foiled pink, which looks beautiful, and I'm very excited to try it. Then we have the shade Orchid, which is a silky matte medium purple shade. Eclipse is a silky matte deep purple. Eclipse is one of the shades I'm most excited about because I do love some deep purple borderline burgundy shades. Those are beautiful, and I love a good smoky eye with deep purpley shades like that one. Then we have the color Stargirl, which is a sparkling foiled duochrome pink with a bronze champagne shift. That one is the one that to me looks like a multi-chrome. It has pink, it has purple, and it's got champagne in it, and it looks beautiful. We'll see once we have it how it applies on the eyes, but I'm very excited about it. The shade Bold, which I just read, she recommends we swirl our finger in it so that we mix the two shades together and then apply it with our finger. It is a sparkling foiled graphic designed violet and silver shade, so it's a beautiful duochrome. Heather is a silky matte with a medium dusty coral rose. Heather, I think I'm going to like, especially if I can blend it out nicely. The shade Cerise is another one that I think I'm going to really like, another deep shade, and it is described as a silky matte medium dark muted fuge. Moving to the last column, starting with the shade Dixie, which is probably going to be one of my favorites to add to the center of the eyelid, and it is described as a crystal sparkling warm pink with blue and purple specks. That sounds delightful. Plus I love her crystal sparkling shades. Those are my favorite. Haraganda, I think that's how you say that, is a beautiful silky matte medium dark violet, and I feel like this is one of the shades that is usually very tricky when it comes to matte purple shadows. Shades like Haraganda are usually very hard to blend, so I will be very impressed to see that this new formula actually works beautifully with this type of shade. Again, we'll see. I'm very excited to try this palette. The shade Flutter is a sparkling wet effect lilac pink, which looks beautiful, and I think this is probably going to be another one of those shades that I'm going to love in the center of the eyelid. Phoebe, I'm very excited about the shade Phoebe because it is a silky matte light lilac, and it's going to be the perfect cool tone transition shade. I cannot wait to put Phoebe on the crease of my eyes. And then the shade Regal, which is a metallic vintage rose shade. Perfect, I'm supposing, for inner corner. It looks like a beautiful rosy champagne type color. Let's go through some of the looks that they have shared as part of the promo for this eyeshadow palette. Every single look is very intense, very dark and deep and smoky and colorful. However, I would argue this palette can not only be used in this manner, can not only be used for super deep, dark, smoky eyeshadow looks, but there is also plenty of lighter shades in this palette if you want to create lighter eyeshadow looks that still have that purpley, orchidy, beautiful je ne sais quoi. Here is what the actual palette looks like. The palette, by the way, has beautiful packaging. The top of it is kind of like the gold palette. Let me show you. It's got this beautiful like relieve. I don't know how to say this, but you guys see what I'm saying. Like, it's not flat. And then it's got a beautiful duochrome deep purple shade to it, which I think looks beautiful. I'm going to play you the swatch video on Natasha's website because they flash you the front of the palette and it looks so beautiful, so multi-chromatic. I absolutely love it, and of course the swatches look incredible. I usually don't really have any doubts about NATASHA Denona's formula because she nails it pretty much every time, and she has for the past several years. However, I will say I'm a little bit nervous about the new formula simply because it is new and we've never experienced these silky mattes before, and so I'm very curious to see exactly how pigmented they are, how they blend, and the performance overall. However, I'm like 99% sure they're going to be amazing, but there's still that 1% that I'm like, but it's new. And I wonder if it's going to be as good as Natasha's performance usually is. Did I mention the palette is limited edition? This palette is limited edition, just like last year's Xenon palette was limited edition. So if you like it, if you're into purple eyeshadows like I am, definitely get your hands on it sooner rather than later because it will eventually go away. Before we go into what people are saying about this palette online, I want to show you this video here with her beautiful super pigmented swatches going down in these two stunning shimmer metallic shades. Natasha always does these endless swatches that I absolutely love. She does definitely have to load her fingers for those, because usually, even though her shades are fantastic, I don't really get as much of a drag doing a swatch. The swatches though look beautiful regardless, and I'm always a fan of those swatch videos she does. Now I want to see and share what people are saying online about this palette. So I'm going to go on Trendmood's post and we'll read some comments. My audience, I know, is very excited about it because you guys keep messaging me about how excited you are about this palette. But let's see what other people are saying. The first comment is, definitely don't need this, but I will definitely buy it. It really do be like that sometimes. The next comment says, ROXA is purple in Portuguese. I wish this palette had a lighter purple shimmer. Other than that, it looks like an approachable, colorful palette to me. The swatches definitely look more purple than I was expecting. Marble shades? Am I seeing Huda Beauty? Huda has done these marble shades on her palettes for a while. I did definitely think of her palettes when I saw that shade as well. The Perfect Purple palette, I also love the packaging. Same girl, same. Oh, I love it. At least on the photos, it looks fire. Super excited again for this NATASHA DENONA palette. The swatches I've been waiting for. Yes, a purple palette. Oh yes. Oh my god, everyone's excited about it. I haven't seen any negative comments. This will pair so well with the Lila palette. Yes, yes, and yes. Already purchased. Okay, the first person who isn't interested, I'm so happy I don't like this palette, giving my money to Lisa Eldridge. This is on my must-have list. There's a comment that just says nope, and the next one says perfection. So for the most part, we are pretty excited about this palette for the looks of it, for sure. I think I pretty much covered as much as I can cover without having the actual palette with me yet. I did, of course, already order it, and I really hope that they send it soon so that I can have it and swatch it and play with it and tell you exactly how I feel about it. Is this the purple palette of my dreams? I'm not quite sure yet. I have to wait and play and see, but it looks pretty close for sure. Would I tweak a few things? Yes, maybe once I get it, I can switch a few shades around with like other NATASHA DENONA palettes and create the purple palette of my dreams. I feel like that would be a fun video idea, like just switching out the shades that I don't love as much for shades that I do love that pair well with them. Ooh, I'm excited about that. I think I'm going to do that video. Let me know if you think that would be a fun idea down in the comments section below. If you guys like this video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up before you leave. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and remember, if you are shopping for this palette, it will help me out tremendously if you use the link that I'm leaving you down below in the description box of this video. Whenever you use my link, it helps out my channel. My code also is affiliated, but for some reason it's not working on this palette at the moment. Anyways, I love you all so much. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye.